Hi friends, today I wanted to talk about dungeon seeds. Not the kind that grow into plants, but the 9-letter code you can enter at the character select screen to get a different dungeon configuration. So if you die, you can try the exact same scenario again and again. Kind of like that movie Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, reliving the same day over and over again and getting better each time. Great movie by the way if you haven't watched it yet. To unlock seeded runs, you have to beat the game at least once. And you can tell it's a seeded run by the little green staircase icon at the top. The enemies will stay the same, loot will stay the same, and the dungeon floor layouts are the same. However, you have to be aware of some nuances. I often get comments on videos asking, how come I used the same seed as you, but my dungeon is completely different? There are a few reasons for this. Number 1. The same seed will generate different dungeons depending on what version of Shattered you're playing. So that really cool seed you wrote down from last year with a wand of fire blast on floor 1 won't be the same anymore on the latest version of the game. I'm not exactly sure how many version updates are required for the seeds to become different dungeons. Sometimes they stay the same, but usually after a few big updates you have to start looking for new ones. Reason number 2 you could get different runs using the same seed. The challenges you have enabled can affect dungeon generation. Specifically, Barren Land, Into Darkness, and Forbidden Runes. These challenges change the number of items spawning on the floor. Barren Lands remove plants, Into Darkness introduces torches, and Forbidden Runes removes upgrade scrolls. These item differences can cause the generator to create completely different layouts to accommodate what is spawning. For example, I'm going to use the exact same seed for a warrior run and a duelist run. The first has no challenges enabled, and the second has all 9 challenges enabled. You can see in the first 2 floors, the layout is exactly the same between the two, but by floor 3 it deviates and are completely different from each other. The third and last reason I can think of for different results using the same seed is a bit trickier to remember. But I've encountered this scenario myself and was puzzled for a long time about it. Going back to the concept of different items spawning causing different layouts, the item that the shopkeeper offers you can change your run. If you watched my video on how to manipulate the shopkeeper, you'll know that items in your inventory determines what the game will put in the next shop when you descend. So I've had scenarios where I've used the exact same seed, same challenges enabled, and still get different dungeon floors generating past floor 6, because of which bag was put into the shop by the game. I know it may seem like a lot to remember, but it's worth it if you want to guarantee your run will be exactly the same on each playthrough. Seeded runs are a great tool for testing different mechanics of the game consistently, and practicing specific scenarios. I hope you found this little tutorial helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.